All right. Are you someone who has a limited time frame to train every single day, or are you someone who tends to use the excuse that you don't have enough time to train? Well, today we're going to solve those problems. Today we're going to discuss what it would look like if I only had 30 minutes a day to train. Now, I am someone who prefers to do something every single day, especially if you have a short time frame or a condensed window that you can train. I think that you can still find a little bit of time every single day to do something. I don't think anyone's too busy for the gym. And that may be an unpopular opinion. You may be a really busy individual. But if you are really busy, prioritizing time in the gym is actually going to enhance your productivity and your output. It's not going to have any detrimental effects. So if anything, if you're really busy and you're not prioritizing the gym, by doing so, you can actually enhance the quality of your life and the output to which you can produce every single day because of what the gym and weight training does for us. So if I only had 30 minutes per day to train, I would definitely choose to do something every single day, even if that was just something light. As you can see, I have this empty because I kind of want to just see what I'm going to be able to come up with for myself. Obviously, I know right off the bat some certain things that I want to do. So this could actually get kind of interesting, even for myself, because we only have 30 minutes to train, right? So day one, let's see. Definitely going to do an A-B split. So 1 week I would do as a main movement a heavy squat or deadlift. So for my day one right away, I want to do an A-B split. So let's say week A, I'm going to do a heavy squat as my main movement. And then on B weeks, we're going to do a heavy deadlift. I'll alternate this every single week. And then I would do an accessory circuit of dumbbell press, dumbbell row, and then A weeks, dumbbell, we'll just call this a hinge. How about that? Hinge, then B, single leg, quad focused. So this is my day one right here. For a warm up, I might do something like isometrics or just some quick band activation. But then I'm going to do, like I said, on A weeks, I'm going to do a heavy squat, and then I'm going to do an accessory circuit of dumbbell press, a dumbbell row, and then a hinge, whether that could be dumbbell RDL, kettlebell swing, landmine RDL. Just kind of giving me some options. And then B weeks, I would do a heavy deadlift, again, dumbbell press, dumbbell row, and a circuit. And then I would do some form of single leg quad focused movement. So whether that's Bulgarian split squats, walking lunges, reverse lunges, that would be what I put there. And then I'd probably just add in a core movement just to kind of round off the day. I would run this in a circuit. And honestly, I'd probably run this in a giant circuit to where I would do the squat, and then I would do a press, a row, and the core. And then obviously my secondary, and I would just continuously rotate through that. On day two, I would probably, let's see here, because I know a few things that I would really want to do. So let's see. Day two, we're just going to throw in some sled drags and reverse hypers, and then band flush. So all the band flush is we're basically just going to do tricep extensions, hamstring curls, and probably face pulls. So this would be my day two. I would probably, if I had, so obviously we're probably within the 30-minute window. We're probably going to have some days we'll have 35 minutes. Some days we'll have maybe even 40 or 45 minutes. But at the bare minimum, we have 30 minutes to train. So with this, I would do sled drags for, honestly, if you want me to get particular, I would do 18 minutes worth of just continuous sled drags, whether that's forward, backwards, or sideways, just continuing to alternate that. I would then do reverse hypers. I would probably do 4 sets of 20 reverse hypers along with 4 sets of 25 along with tricep extensions, banded hamstring curls, or face pulls, basically just accumulating 100 reps of each, right? So that's my day 2. Day 3, I would get back into, let's see here, because like I said, there's a few things I would really like to do. And I might move some things around here too. This is kind of fun for me to play around with. One day I would do kettlebells and calisthenics. So day 3, I would do circuit. I would choose some form of circuit. I would do kind of whatever with kettlebells and calisthenics is kind of the gist of that day. So I would run some form of circuit. So it could be like kettlebell snatches, kettlebell swings, kettlebell cleans, Russian twists, Turkish get-ups. There's a lot of different things you can do with kettlebells, obviously, and then just implementing some form of calisthenics. So lunges, air squats, burpees, push-ups, pull-ups, dips, if you can get them in. Kind of just getting a full body circuit in that day. Again, on a 30-minute time window, this is going to be like our heavy hitter day. And then I'm probably going to throw in one more like heavy hitter day. So the other days, we're really just trying to prioritize the things that we need to function at our best, right? We don't need to just go in there and do endless just body part splits like we're doing chest and shoulders, and that's just my opinion, right? Like, I don't want to do a bodybuilding split if I only have 30 minutes to train. I want to do stuff that's going to be fun, engaging, challenging. It's going to get my heart rate up. It's going to attack my full body, at least for the most part, and it's going to enhance my physical output. So it's going to improve my work capacity, it's going to improve my athleticism, and it's going to improve my strength. All while, obviously bring the work capacity is your conditioning, but all the while bringing that conditioning and cardiovascular threshold up. Those would be my goals for myself if I only had 30 minutes to train a day, and I'm trying to optimize my output. Like, if I have no specific, like, I'm not trying to train for strongman or powerlifting or endurance racing or anything of that nature, like, this is exactly how I would train personally. So then day 4, again, probably gonna do another AB split. Oh no, this day will be different. We'll take our AB split to this day. Actually, we're gonna move a few things around now that I think about this. So actually, the day 4 is going to be our, oh geez, I can't write, kettlebells and calisthenics circuit, right? So this day, we'll do A-B split again. Main would be horizontal press, and then B weeks would be vertical press. And then again, I'd probably run an accessory circuit. Of, what would we want to do here? Yeah, so we're definitely going to do a row variation, a hinge variation again for sure, and then a bilateral squat pattern. Combo that with core. So again, I would definitely run, go A-B split. So week A's would be horizontal pressing, so that could be obviously bench press, floor press, and then B weeks would be vertical pressing. So obviously standing shoulder press or anything of that nature. You could definitely sprinkle in incline press in there as well, because that's a really good movement. But then my accessory circuit, I'm picking a row variation, hinge variation, a bilateral squat, and then definitely a core movement as well. And then obviously, like I said, moving that kettlebells and calisthenics day to the day over, because since this is a full body kind of day, I don't see this really impacting the things that I want to get out on this day, because this day is just a conditioning body weight movement kind of day, aside obviously from the kettlebells. But this workout could definitely be curated based upon how you're feeling on this day. So that's a really good auto regulation that can be thrown in there as well. Day 5, I'm probably choosing to do some form of, yeah, not necessarily obviously high intensity, but definitely doing intervals with air bike, ski erg, or rower. Day 5, definitely doing some form of higher intensity intervals with the assault bike, the ski erg, or the rower. These could also just be lower intensity intervals or just like a steady state that you kind of hold. This could be, I'll just put it here just so you guys can visually see this. So obviously this day could serve either or. It could be a high intensity kind of interval training kind of day, or it could be just a lower intensity steady state to where we're just hopping on one of these, got 30 minutes, let's see how many calories we could bust out. Or we could obviously swap between a few different machines. If you have a ski erg and a rower right next to each other, maybe you do 5 minutes on the ski erg, 5 minutes on the rower, and you kind of just alternate. There's different things we can do here, obviously, but that would be my focus for the day. Day 6, this is the day I have been waiting for. Strongman, baby. So day 6, I'm definitely doing a strongman focused day. Obviously, all this is going to entail is going to be carries of some sort. So whether that's a farmer carry, a sandbag carry, keg carry, doesn't really matter. It's just you're going to be carrying an object. Could be a stone, what have you, honestly. But we're going to perform some form of carry. I want this fairly heavy. I guess we could put a walk in there as well. Like a yoke walk, definitely something like that. And then we're going to be using sandbags or stones. I'm doing loads, triple extension work. Actually, erase this. Loads, blast reps, shoulder. So we're definitely going to be doing something with sandbags, to whether we're doing loads, blast reps, bringing it up to our shoulder. We're obviously carrying or walking with it. This is going to be a pretty intense day. We're going to have to get moving and get going. Whether this is running a circuit or you perform you could do A, B weeks with this again. So like A weeks you would have a heavy farmer carry, and then it would be more like technique or lighter explosive work with the sandbag. And then B weeks would be lighter explosive or just quicker. You're trying to, mainly your focus would be like fast beat for the carry. And then for like the loads and stuff like that, you're trying to push the weight, trying to go a bit heavier. And then day 7, I know y'all want it, so we're going to throw it in there. Arm circuit. Actually, arm, shoulder, upper, back, circuit. Okay, only got 30 minutes to train. I know y'all want it, so arm circuit. We're gonna do an arm, shoulder, and upper back circuit. Pick something for the biceps, pick something for the triceps, pick something for the forearms, pick something for the shoulders, whether that's a lateral raise variation, a Y raise, W's, front raise, doesn't really matter, and then something specifically for the upper back. So either rear delt raises, face pulls, upright rows, bent over T raises, chest supported T raises, doesn't really matter. You just want something that's specifically going to target the upper back. Kelso shrugs are another good one. There's a lot of different options that we can do in there. So this, if I only had 30 minutes a day to train, this is the template I would follow. And honestly, now that I have this all laid out, I might create a little 8-week program that goes through this, has some different intervals and stuff like that, different variations, and obviously like a progression that you can work through for 8 weeks. So I actually really like how this turned out now that I'm sitting here looking at it. Kind of covering all of our bases. You know, we're getting our main days in here, getting quality barbell work in, getting some dumbbell work in as well. And then we have like our Every other day is going to be like a conditioning day. This day's more going to be like a bodybuilding day, but we're still building some work capacity, some muscular endurance by running everything in a circuit, or at least a couple, supersets, since we are condensed with the time. But then we have, like I said, our conditioning days to where we're prioritizing our cardiovascular health, our conditioning, our output, our work capacity is what I meant to say, sorry. But we're getting a lot of good things in, getting a lot of joint health in here on this day by doing the sled drags, reverse hypers, and then that band flush. And then I just really like the challenge of strongman, and I really like how it's developed my body and my work capacity. So I don't think there's ever going to be a split that I come up with where I don't have some form of strongman implement or strongman focused or strongman style training incorporated, even on just one day of my training, because I think it's so beneficial, and it has so much carryover to like your barbell work and just everyday life in general because of the awkward movements, trying to breathe under that heavy load, breathing while moving under the heavy load, so it's working your coordination, stability, all in one. And so strongman is a no-brainer for me. All my athletes do it. Everyone I program training for, has some form of strongman style movements in there. And so I think it's just really beneficial, and it's always going to be a mainstay in my programs moving forward. So I think this just covers all the boxes, and does a really good job of hitting everything that you need, making it interesting, providing variety, but also, again, getting you in and out in under 30 minutes. Simple warm-ups for these days could be band stuff, could be isometrics. This in and of itself doesn't really need a warm-up. This in and of itself, your first couple rounds can be your warm-up, and same with this day. And then this day is simply just about hopping on the machine, or your cardio machine of choice, and getting going. And then some for like this, again, just band activation, where isometrics can do the job. But like I said, I think this does a really good job of covering all the bases, providing that unique variety, and keeping things interesting to keep you coming back every single week. If you really like how I kind of laid this out, or if you would be interested in seeing how I could lay something out for you, shoot me a DM or shoot me an email, and I would love to help you and get you on track with a program that's catered to the equipment that you have, the time duration that you have to spend in the gym every single day, the amount of days that you have to spend in the gym. That's one challenge that I really enjoy as a coach, is I like finding what my clients have to work with. Again, so like the equipment, the amount of days that you have, and the amount of time that you can commit to the gym, and then working within those parameters to see what I can create for that individual. I find that challenge extremely fun. It's very rewarding, especially when people get confused, or they ask a lot of questions, or they don't really understand how to construct it themselves. And so they feel like they're either chasing their tail, or they're just bored with what they have. And then getting feedback that, their mood's improving because they're enjoying going to the gym. It's challenging, it's fun, the variety helps, and they're able to push themselves and make progress. I love overcoming those challenges and helping people in that manner, because so many people may only have a set of dumbbells and a medicine ball, or they only have a squat rack with a barbell, and they just don't understand how to get fully creative with their setup. I can get very creative with what you have, and especially with items that you may have in your garage, your backyard, or your home. I can get very creative with what you have to work with, and I love helping people that honestly have minimal equipment, because of the challenge that puts on me to ensure that we're still checking all the boxes, they're getting good workouts in, it's fun, and it's challenging. So if this is you, or you struggle with the time domains or the time constraints that you have to work with the gym, and you just don't want to spend the time to figure it out yourself, please shoot me a message. Let me help you with this. Which is one of my favorite things and one of my favorite aspects of coaching. So if you guys got any benefit out of this, please don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe to the channel. This stuff just helps my business out and helps me out. I'm really trying to get word out to more people for these videos that I'm making. And again, everything helps, just allowing me to continue to put out high value content and high value information for you guys, so that way you can attack and crush your goals.